let's make 3 apple desserts or snack that you're going to love. Fall is here and it's the full season of apples. Whether you just want to change from simple apple or you're looking for tricks to make your kids eat more fruits, I got your back. For the first recipe, we're gonna make caramel dates apples. First, we're gonna start with a healthy caramel. So you're gonna need a blender, dates, milk, some vanilla aroma, and a little bit of salt. Now I'm gonna show you how to do it. So let's pour all the ingredients in the blender. Let's start with dates. I'm gonna add some milk, a little bit of vanilla, and just a pinch of salt. Now we're gonna close the blender and we're gonna mix until we obtain a silky consistency. Now the caramel is ready. As you can see, it's very well blended. There are no big pieces anymore. As you can see, it's not liquid or not very firm, but it has this perfect creamy consistency. Now it's time to cut the apple. We're gonna cut some not too thin, but not too thick slices. And we're also gonna avoid the real center where it's very thick and where you have the seeds. Now that you have your slices, we're gonna move on to the final phase of the recipe. So now that we have our slices ready, I prepare all the toppings. So here we have some peanuts, coconut, our homemade caramel, and some melted dark chocolate. So to start with this recipe, you're gonna take a spoon of caramel and you're gonna have to come like that and pour 1 spoon of caramel over each slice. Make sure to be generous so the final taste gets even better. Now we're gonna sprinkle some coconut all over. Time to add some cashews. Make sure to press the cashews a little bit so it doesn't move away. And now we're gonna use our melted chocolates and drizzle some over each slice. Look at that, that looks so good already. Now we're gonna place that in the freezer for a few hours while we're making the rest of the recipes. For the next recipe, let's say we're gonna make some healthy apple donuts. So this is a super healthy recipe. You just need an apple, chocolate, and peanut butter. Now I'm gonna show you how to do it. So let's start by cutting the apple in slices. Now once we got our slices like that, we're gonna take a small circle and we're gonna remove the center. This is useful for 2 reasons. First, because this is making a good donut shape, and the second is because we're getting rid of the seeds in the middle. So let's make that for all the slices. And the last one. For the next step, I melted some chocolate and we're going to pour our apple slices into the chocolate. So let's start with the first one. Let's try to get rid of the chocolate excess before to place it over cooking paper. And we're gonna repeat that until we don't have apple donuts anymore. Now we're gonna sprinkle some peanut butter. Final touch before resting in the fridge is to sprinkle some sea salt flakes. Don't be too generous with that one, otherwise it's gonna be very salty. Mostly if your peanut butter is already a bit salty, like just be very gentle here. And now we're gonna leave this beauty in the freezer until set. For this next recipe, we're gonna need an apple and puff pastry. Now let me show you how to do it. Once again, we're gonna cut the apple in slices. And we're gonna create our small donut shape again. Now we're gonna dip the apple slices into some sugar. Now at this point, you're gonna take your puff pastry and you're gonna cut stripes. Now we're gonna take one of our apple with sugar and we're gonna roll the small pieces of dough all around it. Don't make too long of a stripe, otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to roll around. And roll it over and over again. Okay, and this is your final result. Now that the apple pastry are ready, we're gonna brush some egg yolk over each apple donut. So this is gonna give a beautiful color to the final result of this apple snack. Once we're done with the egg yolk, we're gonna sprinkle some sugar over each of them. So this is gonna help caramelizing the pastry. Now we're ready to bake this in the oven. Check in the description for all the instructions. Now is my favorite part of the video. So I've been preparing all the recipes. So I made the 2 apple snacks that were going in the fridge and 1 in the oven. So the one of the oven is cooling down, the other one is in the fridge, and we're gonna try this first one. So here is the result of the first recipe after some time in the freezer. I'm so curious about it. I tried all the elements separated, so I tried a piece of apple like that, a little bit of chocolate and the date caramel, but I haven't tried them together, so let's give it a try. The combo of flavor and texture of this recipe is really good. Actually, this caramel date, the peanuts plus the chocolate is like a healthy Snickers. If you're a Snickers lover and you're craving for something sweet during a diet, or you don't want to, you know, eat too much sweet, that is a very good alternative. I really love it. You don't feel the coconut too much because I think that the caramel date plus the chocolate plus the peanut are overpowering the small coconut flakes. You're gonna love these healthy apple Snickers. Just let me know in the comments if you try it. Now let's try the second apple recipe. Now let's uncover the apple donuts. They actually look really nice. So the chocolate is well set. Time to try our second apple snack. So for our apple donuts, we prepared some chocolate and peanut butter. Now let's try it. You cannot mistake with that one. It's apple, chocolate and peanut butter. One of the best combos. I think you're gonna love this apple donut recipe as well. Personally, I will make it again. It's approved. Now I'm really curious about the last recipe with the apple and puff pastry. I'm really happy about the result of this one. With the egg yolk, it really took some color in the oven. And also with the sugar, you can see that it started to caramelize, so yeah, that looks really nice. Time to try the last recipe. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling right now. It smells like warm apple pie. I love it. So previously we had 2 fresh recipes. Now let's go and try this warm puff pastry with apple inside. That is so good. This is screaming fall to me. I could really picture myself eating that, you know, a rainy weekend, it's a little bit chilly outside and you have this warm puff pastry with apple in the middle going out from the oven. Yeah. I don't know if you know a French pastry. I will put a picture right here. It's called chausson aux pommes and this has exactly the same taste. You have this flavorful pastry all around and inside you have this warm apple. In the chausson aux pommes you have more of a marmalade of apple. And here you have the real apple, but it started to cook a little. But you still have this sugary flavor. I really like it. I was so happy to share with you these 3 recipes. I think you've seen at least one of these on social media, but I thought that you could find it useful to get the step-by-step recipe in this video. We are now in fall, so enjoy and make a lot of apple recipes as it's the fall season. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, don't forget to like it and follow the channel to support the account. And I will see you very soon in another foodie video. Bye!